full body blast. So don't need any extra equipment today. If you have a dumbbell or a kettlebell that you want to utilize to make your workout a little bit more intense with a little extra weight, you can certainly grab that and have that on standby. Otherwise, we're going to get plenty of a good workout here with just the body weight. All right? So go ahead and get started. We're just going to get that heart rate up a little bit. We're just going to start with some marching, bringing those knees up to that hip or to that waistline. Just pushing those feet off the ground. And we'll bring that tempo up just a little bit faster. We'll make sure we get those arms going as well, just to get warm and get that blood going, punching off the ground each step. And then if you got some space, we're going to take that into a little lateral march. You don't have to go far. Just going back and forth across your mat or your space, whatever you may have. We're going to go one more time, down and back. You can work that a little bit faster even still, if you have it. Good and a big punch. And relax. All right. So we're going to get that core primed up a little bit. So let's drop down to all fours. We're going to work our primal position. So we're going to tuck those toes up and under. And we're going to bring those shoulder blades away from each other. So we're just kind of floating up off the ground, hands and toes. So what we're going to do is a little rotating kind of clock situation. So we're just going to bring our right hand up off the ground and put it back down. We're going to bring our right foot off the ground, put it back down. Left foot up and back down, and that left hand up and back down. All right, we're going to do that again so you kind of know what to expect. We're focusing on that core, so we're going to try to avoid rotating or bringing those hips up or those shoulders up. We're going to stay as square to the ground as possible when we lift each limb up off the ground. All right, so let's get in that primal position. Knees up. Let's bring that right hand up. Stay square and back down. Right foot up. Back down. Left up. Left foot. And left arm. And back down. All right. Pretty simple there. Just to get a little fired up in that core. So in that standing position, we're going to take those feet out nice and wide. We're just going to shift our weight down to one side, up and over to the other. Just get those quads, those hips primed. Make sure that we attack today with as much mobility, as much warmed up as possible. All right, let's go one more each way. Boom. All right. So we're going to get a little kind of knee hug, quad stretch situation. Pulling on that knee, same leg, pulling back. Just to test a little bit of that balance. Just to put a little bit of kind of dynamic flexibility in there. Just back and forth between the two. We're just going to get about 5 or 6 on each side. Trying to keep that single leg down at the same time. So putting a little dynamic movement into our single leg stance just helps that balance out that much more. Let's go ahead and switch to the other side. Pulling that knee. Make sure that we're still getting a little bit of stretch on those two. So we're really focused on getting that knee up. And really focused on getting that knee away, opening that hip, opening that glute, opening that hip. Balance is not as good on this side. We're going to go 2 more each way. And last one. Big pull, and relax. All right, so let's get that nervous system primed. We're going to do some of our favorite drop squats here, but we're going to add a little bit to it. We're going to do a drop squat to a rising squat. Just kidding, to a squat jump. All right, so we're going to get up nice and tall. When I say down, we're going to drop down, and then when I say up, we're going to explode back up. All right, we're going to stand, and then we'll reset. All right, so we're going to stand tall and drop. Up. Good. Let's try again. Same situation. Nice and tall. Drop. Up. Good. Let's go one more there. I want you to really focus on getting down as fast as you can and exploding up off that ground as much effort as you can. All right, nice and tall, reset. Down, up. Good. All right, now we're gonna do 2 more, but this time, as soon as you hit that ground, I want you to explode back up. So when we get nice and tall, when I say go, we're gonna drop and explode. All right, so we're gonna do 2 of those. So let's get up nice and tall. You're gonna try to be explosive, and go. Good, nice and easy. Reset. All right, nice and tall. Really extend yourself to that ceiling. Go. All right. Nice and warm. Ready for class today? Great. We got a great one for you coming up. So I think it's been at least a few months since we did some burpees, right? So I'll be the bad guy. We'll do burpees today, just so you don't have to do it again for a long time. So game plan today, so we got 3-minute little AMRAPs. Every minute of that AMRAP, we're gonna stop whatever we're doing and do some burpees, all right? So let's show you the first couple movements. We have a shifting lunge. So remember that lateral squat that we did in that warm-up? We're gonna do that same thing. We're gonna drop down one side. Instead of coming up and over, we're just gonna stay low and shift over, all right? I want you to try to get as low as possible here, extending those legs out, okay? That's gonna be the first movement of the first set. Second movement is what we call a clock lunge, okay? Where it's gonna be a forward lunge, a lateral lunge, and then a reverse lunge or a step back lunge, all on one side. And then you're moving that other foot forward, lateral, and reverse, okay? So those are gonna be 2 movements you alternate back and forth between. So we're gonna have 6 of these lateral shifting lunges. All right, so it's gonna be 1, 2, 3, all the way to 6. And then for our clock lunge, it's just 1 clock on each side. So it's gonna be a forward, lateral, reverse, right, forward, lateral, reverse, left, okay? So back and forth. And then I'll stop you periodically and we'll all drop down for burpees. So plenty of options, just in case you're new here, you haven't done burpees for a while. Let's just remember what we're doing here. So we're dropping those hands down, kicking those feet back. We're gonna lower ourselves all the way to the ground. We're gonna get ourselves up, back to our feet, and hop, all right? Option number 2, we can step ourselves down, right? Step ourselves in, all right? Or if you wanna just step back and step back, that's fine as well. Whatever variation is gonna be challenging to you, please don't be influenced by anybody else or what I'm doing. Your workout, you do you. Let's make it happen. All right, so we're gonna put 3 minutes on the clock. We'll all start off relatively together on our reps, but if you kind of get away from me, that's fine. If you're not great at counting reps or you just don't want to, you can also follow me as well. Alrighty, so we're gonna get nice and wide. We're gonna start with those lateral shifting lunges, and let's go for it. So dropping down, coming across for 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. And then we're gonna go into that clock lunge. 1 forward, 1 lateral, 1 reverse, other leg forward, other leg lateral, other leg reverse. And then we're gonna go back to that shifting lunge, all right? So 6 of these. So like I said, at the top of every minute is when we will drop to do those burpees, okay? I might have miscounted there, that's totally fine. So we got, oops, went the wrong way. We're gonna go about 20 more seconds until those burpees. So I want you to get as far as possible, as many reps as you can between those burpees. All right, we're gonna go last 3, 2, 1, and burpees. So we're doing 3 burpees, 3 good reps. As soon as you finish your 3, we are back to whatever movement you left off on. All right, and I think I had all of 1 rep to go here. And I'll go back to those clocks. All right, so kind of making sense just a little bit. So really you're just alternating between the 2 movements, getting as many rounds of those 2 movements as you can. And then when I periodically stop you, then it's burpee time. So we're not spending the whole class doing burpees. You just got like 3 at a time. That's easy, that's manageable, right? We got about 20 seconds left this round. Forgot what I was doing. Lateral shifting lunges. So again, really focus on staying low on this shift. There it is. Good. All right, let's go burpees. 3 more reps. Second round of burpees. It means we only got 1 minute left. So this is a nice little warm-up round for us, right? We're just really working to get warm. It is a gloomy day, so I'm going to be your bright sunshine in the middle of today. Here we go, folks. 30 more seconds here. Working those lateral shifting lunges and those clock lunges. Yes, we will get all of our lunges all the way from the beginning. 6 shifts, 1 each on those laterals. Once you really focus on trying to stay wide in that lateral shift as well, really work to open those hips up. We got last 5 seconds. And yes, we will finish with burpees. So let's go ahead and drop it down. Last 3 burpees here. Then we'll take a quick break. All right. Great job, folks. Give yourself a little pat on the back. Grab a sip of water. That concludes our warm-up. Nice little warm-up, right? All right. So we're going to shift gears. Next set is going to work the same. You have 2 movements, also in between the movements, every minute or so. Well, right on the minute. We're going to continue with those burpees, okay? So 3 sets of 3 on the burpees. Manageable. You got it. All right. So 2 movements. We're going to have a variation on the bird dog. So what I mean by that, we are going to get hands and knees like we would do a bird dog. This time we're going to do it a little bit more laterally. So we're going to bring that, I'm going to do my right arm, excuse me, bring that right arm to a 90 degrees, and we're going to open up that left leg with that right arm, squeeze that back, pull it in together. All right, we're going to keep that balance. All right, and don't put that knee down quite yet. Open back up and back down. Let's try a couple on the other side. What we're looking for, just like that warm-up when we did that primal clock, lifting those limbs off. We want you to really focus on fighting that rotation. At the same time, working a little hip mobility, all right? We're going to sneak in some of that mobility. All right, movement number 2, you're going to stay down on the ground. It's going to be some plank shoulder taps. So we're getting those feet a good strong base, and we're just opposing hand to shoulder. All right, same situation. Very anti-rotational. Make sure we're not opening up those hips or anything like that. But rather staying down, staying squared up. Okay? Everybody ready for it? We're going to reset the clock. We've got 3 of each on those lateral bird dogs. And then we have 20 of those plank shoulder taps alternating between those 2 movements. Okay? We're going to get down and get ready in 3, 2, 1, go. All 4s, right angles, working to squeeze that upper back. So this one, we're going to slow this down a little bit, just working on stability, working on that core. All right, 3 of those rotations to each side. Once you really focus on keeping that right angle on each movement. And once you get those 3, hop it into that plank position, and then we have 20 good taps. That is, each hand counts as 1 going to 20, or 10 to each side. All right, and breaking it right back down, picking up from the top. So again, trying to get as many rounds within these 60 seconds as we can. We got about 10 seconds left to get through a few reps, but again, do not rush it. Stabilize yourself. Last 2, 1. Let's hop it up. Let's get down for our 3 burpees. We're going to try to do a little bit of interval work here. We can get our heart rate up with these burpees. And then we're going to slow it back down with these stability movements. All right, again, just picking up right where you left off before you went into those burpees. All right, anybody else feeling their core all fired up? This is a great ab class workout. Good warm up for that one coming up next. But stay with me right here, getting through these plank shoulder taps. Make sure that we're not rushing through. Make sure we're not just moving those arms real fast. I want you to get to a touch and very slight hold at each, just to make sure those abs, those obliques are getting fired up. Looks good. Last two. 1, and let's get it down for our second round of burpees. Once you know what that means, we got 1 minute left of work. Just 3 quick, easy reps. And then we're back down to where we left off. A lot of up and down today, which is great. And like I said, we want to get that heart pumping, that blood flowing on a day like today. Is it rain or is it sweat? I'm not sure. We got to finish up this final round, or final 60 seconds worth of movement. Should be getting more than a round each 60 seconds if you can manage. Nice and stable through. Here we go. We're going to try to get the last few reps here. 3, 2, 1. And last set of burpees. Let's get down. Let's get these 3. Make it work for it. Make it work. Do that number 2. And last one. And 3. Alrighty. I'm going to take a quick minute to regroup. How are we feeling? Feeling good? Shoulders feel good? Feel like I really put some work into holding myself up there. All right, so Thursday, balance work. That's what we're here for. So this next couplet is going to be the same movement. We're just going to be alternating sides. Okay, so you won't have to get too far. What we're going to do is 6 Romanian deadlifts. Each rep is going to have 2 kicks on it. Okay, this is what it's going to look like. We're going to stand on that single leg. We're going to hinge like we hinge for that RDL. Then we're just going to take that heel, kick that heel to the sky. All right, 1, 2, and then we're coming back up. All right, we're hinge. We're kick 1, we kick 2, and we're back up. There's 2 reps. We're going to go to 6. Okay. Once we finish that leg, we'll go to the other leg, hinge, kick, kick. All right. That's going to be 1 rep on that side, going to 6. Okay? Again, if you get lost, just follow along with me. Of course, every 60 seconds, we'll pause for some burpees. We're almost there, folks. We got about 2 rounds left to go. Stay with me, stay working. It's going to be a good workout. Okay? We're going to get that timer reset. Start whatever leg you feel comfortable with. And we'll get going. All right? Ready in 3, 2, 1, go. Good strong RDL. Get that balance. And give me 2 good kicks, keeping that balance. All right. If you're not quite sure what we're doing with these kicks, working that glute. All right. Think about some glute kickbacks while we're holding that RDL. All right. It's a great movement. Again, for some balance. You know I love me some balance. So we're going to really be working some dynamic stability here. Last rep on this side. Then we're going to come back down. All right. So I finished right in about 30 seconds per side. Kicks don't have to be fast. Don't have to be slow. Just find something that you're comfortable with. This is not something that we necessarily do a lot of. And a little extra bonus is if you get that heel up high enough, we get that hamstring and that down leg a little extra. All right, if we lose that balance, that's fine. Just kick that leg down. We got the last 3, 2, 1, and burpees. First round of burpees. Let's go for it. I hope you're not moaning and groaning out there. It's been at least a couple months since we've done some burpees, right? All right, pick up wherever you left off. Good strong hinge. 2 kicks. Boom. All right, back and forth. That's your own count. Again, looking to stay squared up. A lot of times we get a little bit wild with those RDLs, opening those hips up and everything like that. So I want you to really focus on staying down. Use those arms for balance if we need to. Kicking that leg, that heel right to the ceiling. Oh, lost some balance there. That's fine. Slow it down. If you ever get a little bit sloppy, that's fine. All right, last 3, 2, 1. We're going to go that round 2 of burpees. Let's go for it. Down and go. There's 2. And there's 3. Then we're going to go into the last few reps here. Finding that balance. Maybe get a little bit harder the deeper that we get into it. That's fine. That's what we're challenging ourselves with. We're really making sure that glute gets active, pushing that heel up. We're almost there. Got about 10 seconds. One last rep in here. And time. Let's go for a last set of burpees. Last 3. Last 2. Last 1. And time. All right. Last quick set here. We're going to go over time just a little bit, but we're going to get right into it. So number 1, we got our lateral bounds. We're going to go bound to balance here. So I'm starting on one leg, hopping over. We're going to find that balance. We're going to bound over, find that balance. All right. We got 6 of those, and then we're going to do a quick little sprint of 30-second high knees. Or not 30 seconds, but 30 reps of high knees, 15 per knee. Okay? So this one's going to be quick. We're just going to do 2 minutes, 2 very good rounds on this one, because you're going to be all-stars and you're going to knock it out of the park. All right? Great. Let's get ready. We're going to go ahead and get that timer going, starting with those lateral bounds, loading one leg, jumping over, finding that balance. Boom. We got 6 or 3 each direction. Ooh. Make sure that we do not bound before we've established that balance. Boom. And then 30 good high knees. Getting those knees up. Getting a little sprint here. And then we are going back to that bound to balance. We are really getting that energy up as we close in here. We're going to stay nice and focused. About 10 seconds before we go to that first round of burpees. Excuse me. Last 2, 1, and burpees. 3 good burpees. So remember, we took a minute off of this round, which means we took 3 burpees away from you. So give me a good push here to finish up. We got it, folks. 45 seconds left. High knees if you got them. Get those knees up. Big run, big run. And then our last round of these lateral bounds of balance. If you're with me, if you're at your own pace, please keep going at your own pace on that balance. Whew. I think that is about the count. We got one last sprint here. Final 10 seconds. Gonna push all the way. Last 5. Last 3, 2, 1. And relax. Let's get a final round of burpees. 3 good burpees. Once you push it out, this is your finisher. 3 good burpees, come on. Last one. And time. All right. Feel like you worked out? I sure do. We'll be back in a couple minutes for some abs class. Get some water, wash your face down, breathe a little bit. We'll see you in a minute.